Hello, my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. This is Clive Games, and today we are going to be starting the Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. This will not be a blind playthrough. I've been playing this game for 2 to 3 years, so I know what I'm doing and everything. But I wanted to bring the story, which is a really amazing story, to those of you who don't have the game or just can't afford the game or anything like that, or if you just want to enjoy it without actually having to play it. But I'm going to be playing a new character straight from the beginning. That character right there is my main Clive Belmont. But I'm going to be starting a whole new character like I just said. You can choose from 8 races. The Hrothgar can only be male, and the Viera can only be female. And every class has every race has a sub-race. But I already know what I'm going to do. I know what I want my character to look like, and I just want to go ahead and jump right in and get this wonderful story started. So I'm going to be Makut, male. You can choose to be Seeker of the Sun, Keepers of the Moon. In all honesty, the Keepers of the Moon look a little too much like the Dark Elves of Elder Scrolls for my liking. Not that it's not a bad race, but I like the Seekers of the Sun. I like to be slightly attracted to my characters, and if you don't agree with me, well then you're just lying to yourself. Come on guys, who doesn't like being attracted to their character? I mean, look at that face. But I'm going to be short, because I'm short in real life. Skin tone, that's fine. Tail, I like a fluffy tail. I like a really fluffy tail. So we're going to do that. Alright, I'm going to keep going through the different stuff. I'm going to explain that opening scene, which you have to admit was really, really dope. That was a really dope cutscene and intro. That is probably one of my favorite ones out of all of Square Enix's movies. Well, sort of movies. But I really liked it. It's just a really cool introduction. And so I'll give you a small rundown of, look what the hairs look like. I know which one I'm choosing, but I just want y'all to see how, let's go with the word wonderful, these hairstyles can be. Especially this one. Yeah. You can just flop out all over the place. All the men and women will love it. Yes. But no, I'm going to be playing with this hairstyle. It's a little different from my main. My main character uses this hairstyle, which is my personal favorite, but I want to do something different for you guys. But that opening scene is basically what happened 5 years before the beginning of this game. Super baby first. No. No, we'll keep that one. So basically what happened is you saw a battle between two forces, and everything got stopped by that giant moon exploding and releasing the dragon, which is Bahamut. And he pretty much just desolated everything, as you can see. It brought a tear to my eye. Type 1's fine. Like going small. I like... Ooh, I like that. I like that color. Yeah. Eyebrows. That one works. Alrighty. And it just really doesn't matter to me. One is fine. Mouth is fine. Don't use lip color. I gotta keep the little... Not really a beard, more like a chin hair. I gotta keep a chin hair because I feel without it, I look too much like a baby. And we don't want a baby, we want a man. And you know what kind of man we want? We want a sexy man that has all these scars. All them scars, you know. All those sexy, sexy scars. Oh, I do not like these markings, so I'm not gonna keep it. Nope. But I will do this one. I like that one. But I'm gonna be doing it over here. So then we're gonna make it black, you know, like a realistic tattoo. And yes, I know tattoos can be other colors, but they got some really vibrant colors like that. You can't be too fantasy in a fantasy game. That would just be kind of redundant. You gotta have some kind of realistic stuff. It's not a fantasy game otherwise. And then voice was 6. Yeah, I like that voice. That's a nice voice. Alrighty. Cool. That's gonna be the Clive for you guys. Doesn't he look absolutely fantastic? Save appearance? No, we're good. Then choose the birthday for Clive. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do whatever. His deity. This is just another if you roleplay thing. Other than that, not really important. And I'm just gonna give you a quick, very quick rundown of each of these classes. Gladiator, sword and shield. That's gonna be your tank class. Pugilist, DPS, as in they're gonna do primarily damage and only damage. They use fist and kicks and all that fun kung fu stuff. Marauders are axe wielding tanks, and the axes get bigger and bigger and bigger with time. Like, they get ridiculously large. It's cool, but it's ridiculous how large they get. And then the Lancer is your another DPS. They use pikes, lances, spears, all that jazz. That's a strong recommendation I have for beginner classes, as is Marauder for tanks. Archer's fun, a little complicated. That's another DPS class. Magic, Conjurer, that is the only healer class available at the beginning. Really fun class. I'm going to be playing a healer, but I'm not going to be playing this healer. But if you were to start with a healer halfway through the game, I would recommend the Conjurer. Thaumaturge, that is not a beginner friendly class. You can start with it, but unless you really want to pay attention to what you're doing at all times in regards to like where you're standing, don't choose that one. But it's really fun class. I might play that later after we complete the story, but for now I'm going to be playing the Arcanist class. We'll start off as a DPS, and then once we hit level 30 I'll have access to both DPS and healer. So it's going to be really cool. It's my favorite class out of all of them. If you were to start with any of these, I would recommend, just based solely off of how fun they are, Arcanus. So, BE. And then I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and each one goes to a different city. The one we're going to is Limsa Laminsa. But beyond, after level 15, where you start really doesn't matter. The only thing it matters is up to level 15. You'll have your beginning story, which is dependent on where you go and who you meet in regards to very important people. But you'll meet everyone eventually. I will not be doing all the side quests. I'll probably go back and do those with a different class and do their own episodes. Because this game is very long. It's a very long game. So I want to try and just streamline the story. I'm not going to rush through it. I'm going to do voice acting. But it is a long game. I'm going to warn you now. But it is a very fun game. So it starts off slow. Not going to lie. It starts off kind of slow. But once we get to 3.0, because we are starting in 2.0, it'll really take off with story and combat, and it just gets really good. So if y'all can bear with me for that long, you will not be disappointed. So, but I'll also be kind of giving hints and tips for both DPS classes and healer classes, but more specifically on the Arcanist ones. So, Brynhildr, yes, that's the one I like to choose. That's where I have all my other characters. And we're going to go with Clive Jet. Because if I did random, everyone would be, for surname, it'd be Tia, 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 and with the odd Tia. So, but I'm using Jet because that was the very first character I ever played. But that's pretty much it, Arcanist class. I'm not going to show you what the job clothes look like, because I kind of want that to be a little surprise or like a reward for making it all the way to the end. But this is what you're going to see, this is what we're going to do, so let's go ahead and get started. And while we wait for the get into the world, I'm also going to explain that beginning scene a little bit better. So that, like I said, that happened 5 years ago. And I'm trying to think what else was really important. Other than that, well, I had an idea of what I wanted to say, but I don't know anymore. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Probably at like the worst opportune moment for me. Like I'll probably be like at the tail end of a video and it'll be, oh yeah, BT dubs this. So, but let's go ahead and enjoy this wonderful story. Make sure you enjoy the graphics and the artwork because the creators of this game did a really fantastic job. It is a really beautiful game. Not just like the art, but also the music. It's just fantastic. So, I'll shut up now.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Well, so much for the clothes being a surprise. I forgot they actually show you the clothes in that little cutscene. Oi, you alright, lad? Well, I was taking a nap before you so rudely woke me up. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Well, I am hungry. But I don't know if it's a ship. Don't seem like seasickness, now that I look at you. It'll be the Aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see? And we ain't too far from Vilbur now, which is a chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Ugh. Might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Limsa Lamenta is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? Are you gonna keep talking? Them young'uns don't much care for conversations, see? Any road, Brendan's the name and peddling's my trade. Well, I guess you can keep talking. He seems nice. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them adventurers. Am I warm? Nope. You super cold, like uber cold. Don't nod, Clive. We're supposed to, lead them off. Like, don't let them know. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. True. True. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Power, glory, fortune, or my signature thing, say nothing. Tell no one. But I'm gonna be... I want all the power. I want to be the strongest being in the entire universe. Power, as in a power to do good? Sure, if that helps you sleep at night. Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. True. Truth. Once we make port, you'd best sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild either. Lince's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe, or even to sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. True, but I do like fortune. I do like being rich. I wish I could be rich in real life, but being rich in the game is the next best thing. Ship off the starboard bow! Pirate cutters! Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below! But I have a book. I can help. I can read them to death. Come on, let me read. No. Oh. Okay. But I mean, boredom is man's greatest killer. And poison, knives, axes, fire. What in the world's coming to? What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying in mincing colors. Bastard either have a boatload of balls or bug it all for brains. My guess is both. You can rest easy, friends. You made it out of cannon range, and no Buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. Oh, thank God, I was about to pee my pants. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I would have lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on the deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Lince? For me, not even close. But just in case for you guys, I'll let him think we have. I've never been there. It is? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ahem. Lince prides itself on being Eolza's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess they were once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahuagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. They're the cell-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. You are not doing a really good job of selling Lince. I almost want to ask them to turn the ship around and I'll choose Ul'dah. Ah, at long last. Land ho! Why are you calling land a hoe? It might be a slut, but I mean, come on, even it's got feelings. Behold, Limsa Luminsa, a nation blessed by the Asian's bounty and beloved of Lemlan, goddess of navigation. I don't think I chose her, and if I did, well, that was a lie. I suck at navigating. I usually can't tell north from south half the time. It's really bad, especially when you have to determine whether you're going north or south with certain fights. I'll be so turned around.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
Look at that handsome face he has. Or I have. And here's where we part ways, son. I'm a man, I'm not your son. See, this book makes me a man. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. When it's on, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me ass earlier. All I did was yank your ass under the ship's top part. Like, I literally just yanked you down there. But you wanna reward me for that? Sure, cool. I'll yank you wherever, and I'll get free stuff. I mean, that's how healing works in this game, right? Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. What if I want us to be round, or pointy? You know, pointy objects are my favorite. Wink wink.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all! Because you know, guys, spitters are quitters. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't. I tried to keep a straight face with that, I couldn't. Oh, that was a poor joke, but, you know, it was a joke. Somewhat. Not gonna judge you if you spit. But be like the sea. Swallow it all. This is a really beautiful game. Like, look at that. Got the markets, the giant crystal thing that juts up and spins, that beautiful, beautiful sky, and a lady who just cut off my walking path. Thank you for that. It wasn't like I was walking there. Hey, you there! I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up on it. Well, you do look like the man who's in charge of trash, you know. Just saying. I look so surprised. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Luminsa's finest, I highly doubt you're that, to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lad. I haven't got all day. Yes, you do. You've got all day, all night, all year, I could leave your ass and you couldn't do nothing about it. Not a thing. Alright, but my choice is gamepad. I'm going to be playing with a Xbox controller. You can choose whichever you like. I suck at mouse and keyboard. I tried it the first time and I just couldn't get it. So, but I think this will be a good time. All the time I have for you guys for this first episode. When we come back, I'll have my UI set up and then we will go ahead and start the story. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. If you did, just leave a comment, leave a like, and if you want, subscribe. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all next time.